Hey guys, it's Haley here. I'm going to get started on our webinar today. Such an honor to be part of the 12 Leader series that Katie is offering to the entire company this December with these building blocks and tools to grow our business. And Katie asked what my passion was and what I might like to coach on. And I instantly thought of the power of positivity in my business, because I really contribute the positivity with kind of how I lead my life and my personality and my lifestyle with my success. So I'm going to introduce myself. I'm going to share a couple of different kind of funny stories about the power of positivity and positive perspective. And I'm going to give you some tools as well. So I'm going to try and keep this webinar to between 15 and 30 minutes so that you can share it with your team and they can listen in later and when they're on the treadmill or driving the kids to school or whatever. So first of all, let me introduce myself. My name's Haley Ragsdale, and I'm an exclusive Black status and founding presenter, number 319 with Unique. And I have been in this business, the Unique business. I started my journey with this company in late February of 2013. So Unique is a new company, as you know. We launched officially in November of 2012. I joined shortly after in February of 2013. So I'm coming up on my third full year with Unique. And I was the 11th Black status presenter. Very, very proud of that. And out of the approximately 360,000 presenters that we have globally right now, about 207,000 of them are on my team. And I'm really, really proud of that. Now, I share that with you not to, as Les Brown says, not to impress you, but to impress upon you the power of this business. There are 207,000 people in my company right now, but I personally only plugged 101 people into the business. So those 101 team members that I brought on board grew into this gorgeous team of 207,000 presenters. So think about that, right? The power of duplication. So when I look back and I think about, because I'm asked often, as most leaders are, what do you contribute, how do you become successful in this industry, in this business? What do you contribute your success to? And being part of a brand new company has its challenges. I think that often there's a perception in the community, in our industry community, that getting in early, that's why we're so big. And let me tell you that is not necessarily the case in my case. I am at the top of the compensation plan currently, but I have not consistently hit Black status. So the first time I hit Black status was in January of 2014, and I have not been able to maintain that every single month consistently. I've hit it, I should have looked up the exact number of times, I guess, but in the last 2 years, I've hit Black status probably about, I'm going to guess about 8 times out of 22 times. Maybe a little more than 8. I should have looked that up. So what is my message in that? My message is, what if I would have felt defeated and given up the first time I didn't re-rank? What if I didn't keep pushing my business and pushing myself forward? Where would I be today? What I love about this industry is that it's 100% guaranteed you'll be successful. It's 100%, it's guaranteed you will be successful. Now, what we can't guarantee is the time frame in which it will take you to succeed, right? Because everybody's journey is different, and we can't speak to your hustle. So we don't know how hard you're working your business every single day. So those things we can't promise you. What we can promise is if you don't quit, you will succeed. So a few years ago, I want to tell just a quick little snippet, a funny story. A few years ago, I was having this hip pain, this really bad hip pain in my right hip and in my right foot, and I didn't know what it was, and I went through all the tests, and so they sent me to physical therapy. And the physical therapist is like bending my knee or my leg, back behind my head. I'm actually quite flexible, especially for as plus size as I am. I've always been really, really flexible. And she's bending my legs all around, and she says, wow, you have really loose joints. You're very flexible. And I was like, well, thank you. And she said, were you a dancer? and, you know, when you were younger. And I was like, well, you know, I just felt so flattered, right? Like she thought I was a dancer. And so I said, well, no, you know, I mean, I was on drill team for a couple years in high school, and I took ballet and jazz and things like that as a child, but I wasn't really a dancer. And you know, but I was like, oh, well, thank you so much. You know, I just felt so flattered that she would think those things of me because I was flexible, and she's like bending my leg back over my head. And then she looks at me and she's like, yeah, you know, it's really not a good thing in a woman of your age. What? A woman of my age? What? I mean, I was like 40 at the time. And so I felt like, you know, so my perspective was like, she was going to tell me that it was such a good thing that I was so flexible and limber, you know, for my age. And what she actually told me was that, you know, my loose joints at my age isn't, you know, it might be an area of concern in the future. Talk about burst your bubble. But that was kind of, you know, a funny moment in my life that I felt like was really about perspective. And I'm going to share a couple of more scenarios with you. But Eric Worre does a training, a talk often. You can probably find it on YouTube, and it's The Rock and the River. And we have, because Younique is so new, we have come up against many, many challenges. You know, out of stock products, new products, failed products, different development, changes in our inventory, changes in our catalog, growth spurts that have in a lot of ways not been extra comfortable for a lot of people. But through that, I feel very strongly that myself and the leaders that I'm able to immediately influence within reason and my upline, we've been able to just be a rock. We've been a rock in this river. So all these things are kind of flowing around us, and we are just solid as a rock in our positivity and our resolve. I'm sure many of you have heard about Lashgate of 2013, where, you know, pretty much that was the only product we had. It was Christmas season, and we ran out of our most popular product, which is our 3D mascara, and we called it Lashgate. And leaders were jumping ship left and right. They couldn't take it. They couldn't believe that, you know, we didn't have our buying set up and that we didn't have inventory, and how could we not foresee the future? There was a group of leaders that were very negative and challenged by that. And then there was a group of us leaders that were like, bring it. What's next? And I actually led my team on a campaign to sell out another product. And we chose Glorious. And guess what? We sold out of our Glorious primer also. And then we moved on to another product. I believe it was Brilliant, which was our moisturizer at the time. I don't really remember what the third product was, but we maintained the positive outlook and the positivity of what was happening around us. We have been given this beautiful gift of this company. You paid $99 to start your own business. You have partnered with Younique. Younique takes care of product development, inventory, shipping, HR, they pay the employees, they manage the logistics, they manage the coming and going of all of the inventories, the raw materials, all of these things. So you are lucky. You are very, very blessed that you just are in this business for $99, and Younique is managing all of that. Okay, so what they're doing, they are doing for us. They don't want us to fail either, and we need to remember that. If you were going to buy like a McDonald's franchise, start your own business with some kind of franchise or something, you would be responsible for far more than just what you manage your own book of business right now with Younique. So I hope that you will always remember to keep positive, be a conduit of positivity in your business and in your life. So let's talk a little bit about that. So I can tell you that I was kind of born this way, like Susie Sunshine. Okay, I get it from my mother. She's the exact same way. Our eyes open in the morning, our feet hit the floor, and we are just like, it's a beautiful day to be alive, and let's go. Like, we're just conquering the world. We're always positive. It's sunshine in our life. Like, we poop rainbows at my house. Like, we're hard to be around. I'm not gonna lie. I don't, you know, this morning person, I'm not a morning person. Don't talk to me till I have a cup of coffee. I don't know what that's like. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we are just, it's always sunny. It's always sunny when you're alive, and you have so much to be grateful and thankful for. And I've always kind of had that personality. Now, that's not to say that I haven't had challenges. Okay, I was 2 weeks into my senior year of high school, I found out I was pregnant. I was on bed rest, very complicated pregnancy, graduated early from high school, delivered my daughter. And because I'm a bit of an overachiever, I got pregnant again as a teenager. So I had 2 teen pregnancies, right? Very, very complicated pregnancies. Almost didn't survive the second one. My son almost didn't survive. It was pretty touch and go. Had to have my tubes tied at 19 years old. Had a kidney transplant, okay? And decade of illness that led up to the kidney transplant. 2 brain surgeries. They drilled a hole in my head right here 2 times. 2 times. That's not great. I've had a host of other medical conditions, and because of my kidney situation, I battle basically an illness every day and will for the rest of my life. So I have raised 2 children and 2 husbands. I've been married, I've been divorced, I've been on public assistance. You know, I've lived in less than ideal conditions, you know, raising my family early on when we didn't have any money. I found a wallet once when I was 19 years old, had no money, no food, no nothing. I was at the grocery store. Somebody left their wallet on top of the bubblegum machine in the entryway of the Fred Meyer, which is a local grocery store chain where I live. And I took it. I took the wallet. It had $50 in it. And I took the $50. I wrote down the person's name and address. I turned the wallet into customer service, kept the $50, and I went and I bought milk and cereal and eggs and stuff like that with that money. And it took me about 4 years before I was in a position where I sent that person an anonymous note explaining what had happened and what I did and how that $50 was so needed in my family at that moment. And I sent them a money order and I never signed it. I was too chicken to like even say who I was. I paid it back, but it took me forever. I don't even know if they ever got it. Like, I don't even know. I wish I knew who those people were now, because I would love to do something for them. I'd love to do something for them now that I'm in this position that I'm in, pay it forward somehow. But so I've been there is where I'm going with all that. I've been there, but I'm 43 years old. Okay, that was 26 years ago. Why would I hold on to the hardships and the negativity and the bad things and the judgment and the, you know, why would I hold on to all that at age 43? Why do we do that? I don't know. I don't understand how people hold grudges for so long and let it poison their soul. And here's what I want to tell you. If this is you, if you're that person that is holding on to something that happened to you, abuse, neglect, a less than positive upbringing, you know, maybe you didn't have a father or a mother figure in your life, whatever it is that you're holding on to as an adult that happened to you then, you gotta find a way to let it go. It's keeping you from growing your business. It's keeping you from growing and having the abundant and beautiful life that you're meant to have. It's holding you back. You might think it isn't. I'm telling you it is. And listen, if you need some therapy, if you need some counseling, if you need some outside assistance to get you through that, you're the only one that can make that happen for yourself. And I encourage you to try to find a way to grow through that. Okay, find a way to grow through that and let go so that the rest of your life doesn't have this dark cloud over it. So I appreciate that not everybody is born a positive Polly like me. I appreciate that not everybody is an optimist and sees the bright side before they see the dark side of things. I understand and I get that. But there is decades of research that shows the power of positivity and the impact it has, not only in our life, but in our business. So I would encourage you to get on Amazon, just do a search. I have 2 books here I'm gonna show you. There's lots of books about positivity in your business and how it grows, how it can grow your business. So I have not read this one yet. It's called Positive Intelligence. So if you wanna jot this down, there's the author down there, Positive Intelligence. It came recommended to me. Like I said, I haven't read it yet. This one was also recommended to me. It's on my list. I have a whole library of self-improvement, financial books, you know, network marketing books. I pick them up at the thrift store for really, really cheap, which is an interesting thing, right? So next time you're by a thrift store, just pop in there and look in the book section. And typically what happens is people purchase these books, these self-improvement, self-development. Everybody wants to get their finances right. Everybody wants to get their mindset on track. So they buy all these books and then they donate them all. They never even read them. I can't tell you how many books I've purchased at thrift stores that have never even been opened. So people are hungry for this knowledge and they know that they need to change, but few people will actually do what it takes to make that change to improve their life. And I hope that you will make that change. Here's another one. It's called The Happiness Advantage by Sean Achor, A-C-H-O-R. One of my really good girlfriends suggested this book to me. She read it. She loved it. I haven't read it yet. These were just two that were specific about positive mindset and the power of positivity in your business that I happen to have on my bookshelf that I wanted to share with you. But there's countless others. So find something that you loved and read it again, highlight it, dog ear it, make notes in the margin, read it, embrace it, take action on it, and then pass the book down to someone in your company, someone on your team that might benefit from it too. So I want to tell you a funny story. I love this story. A lot of you have already heard it. If you follow me, you've probably already heard it. I'm only going to be able to tell it a couple more times in my career before everybody's heard it, and then it's not that funny anymore. But this happened in my life, and it was one of the most eye-opening powers of positivity that was relevant to me in my life. So let me share it with you. So my husband and I have been going to Las Vegas 4 years. Okay, we've been going for like 20 years. We've been going to Las Vegas. We own a home there now, but back when we were first got together, we were going to Vegas and we were so excited. You know, we would go a few times a year. And we had a plan. So we would get off the airplane, we'd go down to baggage claim. He would wait on one end of the baggage carousel and I would wait on the other, and wherever the bags came out, that person would grab the bags and then we would be on our way, right? Because we want to get this party started. So one time we're in Vegas and I'm stationed at my end of the baggage claim, he's stationed at his end of the baggage claim. We could see each other, across the airport at the end of the baggage claim there. And then kind of like right in the middle is the most beautiful man, like to this day, the most flawless man I've ever seen. He's tall, just chiseled. He's a black man and he was dressed head to toe in white. He was just beautiful. And he was just like, his eyes were like flash. Oh, he's so dreamy. Like I can still see him in my mind's eye. So he's down like in the middle. And I knew he was a celebrity or something. I just didn't know who he was, but he just had that sophistication, and he was dressed and I knew he was somebody. I was trying to figure out who he was. I just didn't know who he was. I thought maybe he was an athlete or something. He had a woman with him. She wasn't that cute, but whatever. He had a lady with him, and he's standing by the baggage claim. And the whole time I'm like, well, he must not be that famous, because why would he be waiting for his own bag? Famous people get their bags for them, but whatever. I would look at him, and he'd look at me, and I'd look away. And I'd look at him, and he'd look me right in the eyes, and I'd look away. And I am not a shy person. I can talk to anyone. You cannot stare me down. You cannot scare me away, right? But this man, I would look at him, he would look me right in the eyes, and I would just look away. Well, my husband at the other end of the baggage claim is watching all this, wondering what in the heck's going on. He's seeing me looking at the guy, and the guy looking at me, and he's wondering what in the heck, what's up with that? Like, what's going on? This kept happening. Beautiful man's bag. Okay, so our bag came out. My husband grabbed his bag. Beautiful man, I don't know who he is. Beautiful man's bag came, he grabs his bag. And the beautiful man starts walking right over to me. And the whole time he's looking at me right in my eyes. And I couldn't look away. I was mesmerized. I was trapped. And he's heading right for me. And here comes my husband, just like huffing and puffing, like, what's going on? Who is this? Like, what's happening right now? Like, I don't know if he thought he needed to protect me or what. But the man walks up to me, hands me his business card, looks me right in the eyes and says, I will be waiting to hear from you. I can't remember if he said, I will be waiting to hear from you, or I will be waiting for you to call me, but something along those lines. I think he said, I'll be waiting to hear from you. Turned around, him and his girl walked away. Husband gets up to me. He's like, who was that? What was up with that? Like, what's going on? Who's that guy? What did he say? What did he do? Like, what's happening? And I look down at his card, and I look at my husband. I look at the card, and I show my husband, and he was a pimp. He was a pimp. True story. Show my husband. My husband is irate. He's so upset. How dare that man? How dare that man make assumptions about his wife, insult his wife, my integrity. He's like, he dropped the bag. He's like going after the man. And I put my arm out. I grabbed my husband. I said, babe, wait. was like, what? And he's just fuming. You could just see it in his eyes, right? He's just so upset that this man, how dare he? I said, honey, this is the happiest day of my life. Don't ruin it for me. And my husband's looking at me like, what? I'm like, this man thinks he can make money off of me. And this is the happiest day of my life, right? So perspective, the same situation happened to the same two people, completely different perspectives, right? I was flattered. I was like, I'm sure if you could have seen me, I probably grew like 5 inches. Like, I thought I was so hot lunch. You know, you couldn't touch me. Like, the world was my oyster. I could do anything. Today was the greatest day of my life. That man like was sent from God to like, you know, make me feel so beautiful and lovely about myself. And my husband was not feeling the exact same emotions I was feeling. So do you see kind of like the same situation happens to two people, and it's all how you handle it. It's all how you process it. It's all about your perspective. So I feel like this business is a gift, okay? No harm, no foul. You pay the same $99. We all pay the same 99 bucks. You get this little gift, you open this gift, and the rest is up to you. There are no reasons, no occasions where you should be negative when it comes to your business, because it will not serve you, first of all. And second of all, you haven't earned the right to complain. You haven't paid for the right to have an opinion about, a negative opinion, I should say, about what is happening in this company or in your business. You are giving every tool and opportunity that the company has available to them to go and grow your business. It's none of your business what they're doing at the corporate level, okay? It's not your business that we're sold out. It's none of your business when things are gonna be back in stock. It's none of your business what the vision is for the company. Your business is to offer this incredible gift and opportunity of sisterhood and potential financial freedom and beautiful quality products. It's your job to offer that to people in need that might benefit from this business and this opportunity and grow your tribe. That's your responsibility. That's what your business is. None of that other stuff is any of your business. Let corporate deal with it. Let them handle that. So from you up, not your business. From you down, your business. So be the leader, the kind of leader that influences positivity. Be the leader in your company that creates a culture of optimism and positivity and seeing the silver lining and the bright side. You need to be that person. If you aren't that person, become that person. You need to become that person. And when you do, the whole world will open up to you. And I will say, we all know, we all hear, like, keep your Facebook cleaned up, right? It's not the place to air your, radical political opinions, your radical, perhaps radical religious opinions, anything radical. If you're trying to build a business in a public forum, a social media, for example, that is not the place to express yourself. It's you can do whatever you want. I'm just telling you. If you want to be successful in any business that you promote on social media, those two things do not go hand in hand. Be a bright spot for people. Make them want to be a friend of yours. If I'm out, and I'm on a campaign to get a bunch of new friends on my Facebook, and I'm networking and reaching out to like maybe 5 people, and they come over and they're deciding whether to accept my friend request or not, what are they going to see if they scroll through my Facebook page? Am I giving them a reason to want to be my friend? Am I bringing positivity to their life? Am I bringing, am I fun? Am I funny? Am I valuable? Am I a respite for them? Or am I dragging them down? Am I posting, terrible police videos, terrible violent things? Again, radical political or religious or racist or sexist views and opinions. Doesn't mean you can't have your opinions. It just means there's a time and a place if you're building a business to have those. And I also, so for me, I don't struggle with what to post on my Facebook and what not to post on my Facebook because I don't live in that negative place and I don't surround myself with those negative people. Anybody that posts anything that pops up on my feed that I don't like or is negative, they're out. I don't want it. I want to surround myself with loving, nurturing, sunshine, rainbows, and unicorns. I want to surround myself with unicorns. That's what I want to do. I don't want to surround myself with violence and negativity and racism and extremist views. I don't want that in my daily life. And I get to control it. It's my Facebook, just like it's yours, right? So you get to decide. So I'm going to close, and I want to close with this. You might think you're a positive person, and you might be, I'm not saying you're not. You might think that you are. But if it is a struggle for you daily to find the silver lining and the positive outlook in situations that cross your path on a daily basis, if it is hard for you, if you really have to dig deep to find something good and positive and beautiful about this person in your life, for example, you're not in the right mindset yet. You're almost there, right? Like you're working on it, but you're not quite there yet. So it's up to you. Nobody can do it for you. This is the other thing. All I can do is tell you what I think you need to do. I can refer you to different books. I can, refer you to TED Talks on YouTube. I can suggest that maybe you would benefit from some counseling or some kind of, additional therapy or some relationship therapy if you're in, a relationship that's less than amazing. But that's all I can do. I can't, there's no pill, there's no positivity pill that you can take. It's up to you. So you need to embrace it, okay? You need to embrace it. And maybe you don't believe in karma or the law of attraction or the power of positivity and all that hocus pocus. Maybe it's just not for you. I'm here to tell you there is no hocus, there is no pocus. It is true, it is legit. When your hand is open to give, it is open to receive, okay? They say it all the time in network marketing. It's all over the internet. Here's what we know. The universe will not give you more until you're grateful for what you have. Okay, you should strive to love people, to lead people with love, to be compassionate toward others, to eliminate the negative people from your life, to improve and elevate yourself where you can, to become a better person and work towards that daily, whatever that looks like for you and your family, to be a good, loving, nurturing, funny role model for your children. My ex-husband is a wonderful man. We just weren't wonderful married, and we weren't being wonderful parents. Our home at one point, and maybe, this might resonate with someone on this call. Our home at one point there was no kissy in the kitchen. There was no, there was no violence. There was no extreme negativity necessarily, but what there was a lack of joy. There was a lack of love, like physical love. There was a lack of sunshine and rainbows and unicorns in our house. When that relationship was over and I entered my current relationship, oh my goodness, it's a whole nother world. And I would encourage you to do what you need to do to get yourself right, to be positive. And even if you don't believe, like I was saying, in karma or the power of positivity or law of attraction, what do you stand to lose by trying? You lose nothing. You lose nothing by improving yourself, by being connected with whatever guides you spiritually, whatever your religion or your spiritual being is, whatever you need to do to improve, that's what you need to do. I'm telling you, trust me. I mean, is it possible I know a thing or two about this? I mean, is it possible that I'm at the top of the compensation plan in this company in 11 months because I have led this way? Like, is it reasonable to maybe consider some of the things I'm saying might benefit your business? Maybe. I mean, I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, I'm a team builder. I'm a lover of all my people. it has served me well. I encourage you to give it a try. There's so much to be thankful for in this company. You are in the right company at the right place. Not only the right company, but you're in the right industry. Network marketing industry is where it's at. And congratulations to you for seeing that and getting in. And now the work begins. But I love you all. Law of attraction, stay positive. Here's those books again. I'm seeing, like, I can't really see the questions on the side, but this is one that was highly recommended to me. Like I said, I have not read it personally yet. It's on my list. I think it's like 5 books down. And listen, we're all busy. I get it. You can read 10 pages a day. You can read for 15 minutes a day in the car while you're waiting for your kids, on your lunch break at work, at night before you go to bed. Get off Facebook and commit to reading 10 pages a day. Okay, you can cover a lot of ground by reading 10 pages a day, and we can all find the time for that. This book and this book was also recommended to me. Again, haven't read it yet. I'm reading leadership books right now because for me, this is where I'm trying to grow, is I'm trying to become a better leader, get some systems in place, trying to streamline some things. I feel like I have the love and the positivity nailed down. Now I need to get some systems in place. So that's me. So happiest of holidays to you and yours. We are here for you as leaders. Your leaders are here for you. We want you to succeed. Derek and Melanie and the entire corporate staff, they want this for you too. And every moment in the day that they are awake, they are crafting and creating a plan for us. Have faith, relax, work your business, stay focused, and stay positive. We love you. Love them and lead them.